These 3 ingredients eaten before bed will measurably increase your testosterone overnight, and the science behind it has been available for decades. The problem is the supplement industry buried it, because this costs less than $2 and takes 2 minutes to prepare. Stay with me, because ingredient number 2 works through a biological mechanism that most doctors don't even discuss. And once you see it, you'll never look at your nighttime routine the same way again. Here's something the supplement industry doesn't want you to figure out. The most powerful testosterone-boosting window of your entire day isn't pre-workout. It isn't post-workout. It's the 6 to 8 hours you spend asleep every night. While you sleep, your body produces the majority of its daily testosterone. Growth hormone peaks. Luteinizing hormone, the signal that tells your body to produce testosterone, fires in pulses throughout the night. Your entire hormonal system is working overtime while you're unconscious. Before we get to the ingredients, you need to understand why nighttime is when this matters most. Because if you don't understand the mechanism, you'll dismiss this as just another food list. Here's what's actually happening in your body while you sleep. Your pituitary gland releases luteinizing hormone in pulses, roughly every 90 minutes during sleep. Each pulse signals your testes to produce testosterone. The more efficient these pulses, the more testosterone you produce overnight. Research published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found that approximately 70% of daily testosterone production occurs during sleep. 70%. That means what you do before bed has a direct, measurable impact on your testosterone levels the next morning. And what you eat in that window either supports or sabotages that entire process. 70% of your testosterone is made while you sleep. What you eat before bed either fuels it or kills it. Now here's where it gets interesting. 3 specific nutrients have been shown in clinical research to directly support the hormonal processes that happen during sleep. Zinc, magnesium, and a specific type of fat that most people avoid at night. And before anyone says it, yes, I know some of you are thinking, that sounds like ZMA. We're going to address that directly, because the research on whole food sources of these nutrients versus isolated supplements tells a very different story. There's a specific reason why getting these nutrients from whole food sources works better than supplements for overnight testosterone production. And the science behind it is going to surprise you. We'll get there. Ingredient number 1, the mineral. Your testosterone literally cannot function without. The first ingredient is built around zinc, and I know you've heard about zinc before. But stay with me, because what most people don't know about zinc and testosterone is the part that actually matters. Zinc isn't just good for testosterone. Zinc is structurally required for testosterone synthesis. The enzyme that converts cholesterol into testosterone, star protein, requires zinc to function. Without adequate zinc, your body literally cannot complete the testosterone production process, regardless of how well you train or sleep. A landmark study published in Nutrition found that men with marginal zinc deficiency who supplemented with zinc for 6 months increased their testosterone levels by 93%. Not 10%, not 20%, 93%. 93% testosterone increase. Not from a drug, from correcting one mineral deficiency. But here's the critical detail. Zinc absorption from food is significantly higher than from isolated supplements. The bioavailability of zinc from animal protein sources is 40 to 50% compared to 10 to 20% from zinc supplements. Your body was designed to absorb zinc from food, not from pills. So, what's the best whole food source of zinc to eat before bed? Pumpkin seeds. 1 ounce of pumpkin seeds contains 2.2 milligrams of zinc, roughly 20% of your daily requirement, plus magnesium, healthy fats, and tryptophan, which supports sleep quality. They're easy to digest, don't spike insulin before bed, and provide a slow, sustained release of nutrients throughout the night. A small handful, about 1 ounce, 30 to 45 minutes before bed is all you need. Now, I want to address something directly. Some of you are going to say, just take a zinc supplement. And yes, zinc supplements work. But here's the thing, pumpkin seeds don't just give you zinc. They give you zinc plus magnesium plus healthy fats plus tryptophan in a bioavailable package that your body recognizes and absorbs efficiently. That combination matters, and that's something a zinc pill simply cannot replicate. And here's something almost nobody talks about. The second ingredient works synergistically with the first. meaning when you combine them, the hormonal effect is significantly greater than either one alone. But before we get there, I want to show you exactly how to use ingredient number 1, so you're not just throwing pumpkin seeds into your mouth randomly. Timing and quantity matter more than you think. Ingredient number 2, the protein that builds muscle and testosterone while you sleep. The second ingredient targets a completely different mechanism, and this one is going to challenge something you've probably been told about eating before bed. Most people think eating protein before bed is just about muscle recovery. And yes, it absolutely supports overnight muscle protein synthesis. But there's a specific type of protein that does something else entirely. It provides the amino acid precursors that your body uses to produce testosterone during sleep. The amino acid leucine, found in high concentrations in dairy protein, has been shown to directly stimulate testosterone production by activating the mTOR pathway, which regulates both muscle protein synthesis and steroidogenesis, the process of producing steroid hormones, including testosterone. The same amino acid that builds muscle also builds testosterone. Same pathway, same ingredient. The ingredient? Cottage cheese, specifically full-fat cottage cheese. Here's why this matters. 1 cup of full-fat cottage cheese contains 25 grams of casein protein, slow digesting, releases amino acids for 6 to 8 hours, 4 to 5 grams of fat, critical for testosterone synthesis. We'll come back to this. Significant leucine content. Calcium, which supports sleep quality and muscle function. A study published in Medicine and Science in Sports and Exercise found that consuming 40 grams of casein protein before bed increased overnight muscle protein synthesis by 22% in older adults. But here's what that study didn't measure, and what subsequent research has shown. The sustained amino acid release from casein keeps luteinizing hormone pulses more consistent throughout the night, supporting more efficient testosterone production. Here's where people get divided. Do you think eating before bed helps or hurts your body composition and hormonal health? Drop your take in the comments. I want to see where you stand on this, because this debate splits the fitness community right down the middle. By the way, if you want to know the complete nutrition strategy for maximizing testosterone naturally, including meal timing, macronutrient ratios, and the foods that are silently destroying your hormonal health, I break it all down in my testosterone nutrition series. Links in the description. It's the complete roadmap for natural hormonal optimization. Now, why full-fat and not low-fat cottage cheese? Because of ingredient number 3. And this is where everything comes together. Full fat, not low fat. The reason why changes everything. And if you think the fat content in cottage cheese is just about calories, wait until you understand what dietary fat actually does to your testosterone production overnight. This is the most misunderstood piece of the entire puzzle, and it's the reason why low-fat diets are one of the biggest silent killers of testosterone in men over 30. Ingredient number 3, the fat your testosterone is made from. Here's a fact that should fundamentally change how you think about dietary fat. Testosterone is a steroid hormone, and steroid hormones are synthesized from cholesterol, which means your body literally cannot produce testosterone without dietary fat and cholesterol. This isn't controversial. This is basic biochemistry. Yet somehow, an entire generation of men has been told to eat low-fat everything. And then they wonder why their testosterone is declining. A study published in the Journal of Steroid Biochemistry found that men who reduced dietary fat intake from 40% to 25% of total calories experienced a significant reduction in testosterone levels, without any other changes to their diet or lifestyle. Low-fat diet, low testosterone, the connection is direct, and it's biochemistry. The third ingredient is extra virgin olive oil, specifically consumed before bed as part of your nighttime nutrition strategy. Here's why olive oil works so well for overnight testosterone production. Olive oil is rich in monounsaturated fatty acids, specifically oleic acid, which has been shown to increase the activity of enzymes involved in testosterone synthesis in Leydig cells, the cells in your testes that produce testosterone. A study from Morocco tracked men who consumed olive oil as their primary fat source. After 3 weeks, their testosterone levels increased by 17.4%, and their luteinizing hormone increased by 42.6%. Not a supplement, not a drug. Olive oil. 17% more testosterone, 42% more LH from olive oil in 3 weeks. Here's how to use it. 1 to 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, either drizzled over your cottage cheese or consumed alongside your pumpkin seeds. The fat from the olive oil also improves the absorption of fat-soluble nutrients from the other 2 ingredients, creating a synergistic effect that amplifies the hormonal response. This is why full-fat cottage cheese matters. The fat in cottage cheese, combined with olive oil, creates an optimal hormonal environment for testosterone production during sleep. Low-fat cottage cheese removes this synergy. And here's the practical reality. You don't need to eat all 3 of these every single night. Choose 2 or 3 combinations that work for your taste and rotate them throughout the week. Consistency over perfection. Now let's put this together practically. Because knowing the ingredients is one thing, knowing how to use them strategically is what actually produces results. Here's your pre-sleep testosterone protocol. Timing: 30 to 45 minutes before bed. This gives your digestive system time to begin processing the nutrients before you fall asleep, ensuring a steady release throughout the night. The combination: 1 cup of full-fat cottage cheese, 25 grams casein protein, leucine, calcium. 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil drizzled on top, monounsaturated fats for testosterone synthesis. 1 small handful of pumpkin seeds on the side, zinc, magnesium, tryptophan. Total preparation time, 2 minutes. Total cost, under $2 per serving. This combination gives you zinc for testosterone enzyme function, magnesium for sleep quality and hormonal regulation, casein protein for overnight muscle protein synthesis and sustained amino acid release, leucine for mTOR activation and steroidogenesis, monounsaturated fats for Leydig cell enzyme activity, tryptophan for sleep quality, which further supports testosterone production. Everything your body needs to maximize testosterone production during its primary hormonal window. No supplements, no pills, no powders. And if you want to take everything you just learned about nighttime nutrition and stack it with the exact foods you should be eating throughout the entire day to build muscle faster. I just dropped a video called 7 Foods You Have to Eat Daily to Build Muscle Faster. It's the perfect complement to what you learned here. The nighttime protocol maximizes your hormonal window. The daily foods fuel everything else. Watch it next. Links in the description. And if this video gave you value, subscribe because this is exactly the kind of content I'm dropping every single week.